which is what they're going for tonight, their 15th win of the season. Tar Heels, for the 11th straight game, will start a customary lineup. Pulls it away, and Love pushing it into the front court. I mentioned the Carolina starting five. This is one that Roy is stuck with for a while as Baycott gets the first bucket of the night for the Heels.
Guys, for North Carolina, it's pretty intimidating.
As DJ Carton with the basketball, the Ohio State transfer goes all the way to the bucket. A little bit of a slow offensive start for both teams. Carton tries to change that, and Carton goes all the way to the bucket. And Garcia knocks down the shot.
Garcia does a good job of faking with the basketball, faking the pass. Good back cut, leaves him wide open for a shot. Wow.
How about that strong move from the freshman Day'ron Sharpe?
They're better in. That means he has to think a little less on the basketball court, and if you're thinking less, you're better off.
Well, he's the best offensive rebounder in the country by offensive rebounding rate, as Garcia putting some pressure on Jamal Cain, who's in the starting lineup for Kobe McEwen. Black was trying to poke it away from behind.
Blue chip program, yet he lifted the intensity of the entire program.
Carton knocks in the long three, and Marquette's lead is 10. Has missed his first 5 threes. This is not a good three-point shooting Tar Heel team. This is what they do best. Garrison Brooks gets his first basket.
You've been playing ACC opponents. Now you're facing a Big East opponent. It's just a different approach.
Andrew Quatek is in the game. So too is Anthony Harris and Walker Kessler. All of them touch the ball. And have the ball to be able to run to get the pass ahead, to get the tempo that they want. Here's Kessler, his second straight bucket. After a brief appearance, here's Dawson Garcia and DJ Carton. Carton finds his man in the corner. Kobe McEwen's into the game and into the scorebook, and Marquette for North Carolina. There's Harris again, trying to thread one in to Walker Kessler, maybe a little overly aggressive. McEwen, Euros, past the defense, and in the corner, Greg. Mentioned a couple of times, John, that they're trying to keep on the floor is barely practicing, if at all, is a sweet little soft move from Garcia.
Over 9-0 run over the last minute 10 for Marquette, and that's just smooth.
Taking better care of the basketball. That is not the case so far tonight. They've turned it over the last 4 times. Garrison Brooks does not turn it over. He slams it home, his second dunk of the night. Refused the screen from John. Marquette looks a little jumbled up on offense right now as the shot clock's at 5. But instead, John gets loose. He got a little shove from Kerwin Walton. He got away from it. John scored anyway. Played with a broken wrist, but has had knee problems this year that has hampered his ability to perhaps do the things he's accustomed to. But the veteran can play with 2 fouls and slam one home. He has 4 points. Tar Heels, as we head inside 6 minutes, down by 9 and with the ball. R.J. Davis turns the corner. Garcia's drawn Sharpe away from the basket where you'd think he'd have an advantage. Sharpe's a very good driver and a terrific alert play from Elliott to follow it in.
Feet ready, and if anything, get yourself ready before the ball gets there.
Jose Perez, a little pump fake on Sharpe, and Jose knocks one down. He's got a whistle with bodies flying underneath. Sean, I was telling John in the break, you just can't take a compliment. You know, it's like, as Kessler tips it in.
Appreciate that.
Finally, you can take a compliment. I'll compliment Dawson Garcia often as he now has 11 points. Kerwin Walton has been shooting the ball so well. He's missed every three-pointer, and he just missed everything on the 2-point attempt. And there is another 3 in the corner. Caleb Love won't go in, but there's Sharpe on the offensive glass. He gets another opportunity. Sharpe rejects it. Here's Elliott again, and Elliott is burning it up. His 3rd three-pointer of the night. Play much better in the second half. He's as good a shooter as you'll find. Roy Williams says he thinks he was the best shooter in high school basketball last year coming out. And uncharacteristic for him to miss some of these, but it's been another freshman in Garcia.
It's just been really good in terms of finding spots. And if you gamble there, Caleb Love, you're going to leave somebody else in a bad spot. If you're going to gamble, you better be there early, man. Your presence has to be shown. You gamble late because you...
6 of his last 8 games, only wins in the last month against Butler. North Carolina's been playing well. There's Garrison Brooks. was the one who drew that foul. Tar Heels not a good three-point shooting team. That's why it's so important for Walton to get going from the perimeter, but the senior Brooks trying to carry them. Garcia right by Brooks. Garcia scores again. Freshman of the week 3 times, and he might be well on his way to winning it again with his performance so far. Here's Walton, and that's more like what we've been seeing of late from Kerwin Walton. McEwen kicks it back. Now Perez. Buckets.
Now, because everybody wants to play drive and kick basketball, you can't help off the shooters, and Garcia was open for about 12 seconds on that play.
Carton goes to the right hand, and fire one up to beat the shot clock. Tar Heels again have it knocked away McEwen. That's just a bad bounce for Marquette, and Brooks is able to clean it up for the Heels. Offensive foul on Garrison Brooks. That was one of those fouls, John, as Carolina is trying to put the heat on. They forced a turnover in the backcourt. Leaky Black will get the end one. That call was correct.
And sometimes, look, you and I, not to bring him up on a Carolina game, but you and I talked to Coach K about it. It's a similar issue.
Another turnover in Marquette, and Brooks finishes it. Carton coming the other way for the Golden Eagles. Garcia with a layup. Play tag for 3. And Torrance running the show as Marquette finds John underneath for the dunk.
You should feel good about your ability to move the ball.
McEwen kicks it out, wide open look, and rattled in for another 3 for Marquette.
In the corner, and it leads to a 3 on the other end.
Offensive rebound, and Garrison Brooks knocks it in. Mulcahy just hit that last 3. Here's Torrance. He's going to try one, and Samir Torrance knocks down the 3.
There are a lot of teams in the country that haven't gotten comfortable with that. They haven't accepted that. North Carolina being one of them. You don't have the best players on the floor.
North Carolina has scored 80 points or more in its last 4 home games. Now, you and I have seen them play very poorly away from home as Sharpe cuts to the bucket and gets the dunk, and it's single figures for the... R.J. Davis for 3. Garcia and Brooks exchanging pleasantries down low. Torrance goes all the way in, over the top, and John with a follow flush.
And that doesn't end up in the hands of Marquette.
Sharpe made Carton pick up his dribble. That was a good play, but letting John loose inside was not.
They're switching, and that's fine. They're communicating, and that's fine. But they're not defending the personnel well as Walton knocks down a huge 3. Make the defense shift, attack in space, and force that space to be closed by the defense. Wow.
Kessler inside, has it knocked away by John, but there's Sharpe to follow it up, and he's fouled. Remember last week, North Carolina went to Twitter and found Northeastern and played a game. Marquette's being far less cooperative than Northeastern was. They've been even below their norm tonight. Dawson Garcia has not been below his. The freshman has been terrific. And when you're regrouping, it's not really good to see Leonard Hamilton Seminoles across the court. That's a really good team. As Kessler, Chevsky's staff at Duke did not win in this building as a player. And this one's gonna feel good. Meet at midcourt as last seconds will tick off, and a terrific performance by Marquette out of the Big East, coming on the road and beating North Carolina.